Hello everyone, and welcome to the video that I promised earlier showing off the replay system. So, first off, I know that this is coming a lot later than I had planned, and that is because after the last video, my dad shut the internet off so that he could get the new Wi-Fi hotspot set up. And so, basically the problem with the old Wi-Fi hotspot was the battery was like swollen and bulging out of the back so much that the back didn't fit on it right. And simply put, if he didn't do that, it's possible that thing could have burst into flames. So yeah, it definitely needed to be done. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with it. Now, I haven't played with this at all, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it out right here live for you guys. And then I'm gonna post this video as soon as I'm done. Click here to download this replay for this match. Replays will be available for download on the match history until next patch. So why this is, if any of you guys have used any replay third-party websites like replay.gg, then you guys would know that your replays break when at every new patch. And that is the only reason why Riot has not yet made their own replay system until now. Is because they did not want to make the replay system and make it only partially functional. However, they recently changed their stance on that and thought, well, we might not be able to make it fully functional for you guys, but we can still make it so that you guys can download your replays from this patch. If that's not good enough for you, well, that's all that you've got from third-party websites before, and that's about all that we can do without completely rebuilding everything that we've done from the ground up for the entire game. So, yeah. So, I'm going to click this button here, download the replay. I'm not sure what this will do, if it will, like, download it into my downloads folder or something. It's downloaded, I can click here to watch my replay. And then this all minimizes, and then this pops up. Okay. Okay, this is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like watching the replay with the video thing. Okay, so this is already better than I thought it would be. I thought that I would be watching the replay with my computer's video program. And in just a moment it will hopefully load. My phone is becoming very dead. Not sure how well you can tell looking at it on the camera, but I dropped it and it cracked a lot. And then just earlier today I dropped it again and it cracked some more. Even like parts of the outer plastic casing breaking off. In just under 2 months, though, I will be in the American Navy, and I will be making money, and I will have my own phone that nobody else is paying for. Okay, then. So, there's me. There's our Jinx. I bought... Let's see now. Let's just use speed up. So, I'm going to be kind of speeding it up at the start here while I'm just clearing camps, and then I'll slow it down a little bit when I need to point out something important that happened. Okay then, so clear blue, clear gromp, go to wolves. Now, right there, you guys have probably noticed that I had paused for a moment before starting the wolves. that was me telling the Aurelia, hey, I'm about to start wolves. When I finish, I'll have level 3. He's pushing into you. I'm gonna go run him over after wolves. And so now, here I go to do just that. I ping that I'm on the way. If I move chat up, this is only going to show pings, not the things that I actually say in the chat. Now here he flashes away, and then I flash after him to finish him off. I wasted... First off, I didn't even mean to be running Flash, I meant to be running Ghost. I just forgot to switch. And now here, I'm noticing that the enemy, Varus, is also pushed pretty far up. So I come in, run him over with my E, get some damage off, and then he drops the Ignite and a Q to finish him off. Back into the jungle to clear camps. And then, let's see now, what did I do next? I just backed, okay. Yeah, I just backed because bot lane was pushing into them. And then, now I'm noticing that bot lane is pushing into us, so I'm running bot lane at top speed to gank. But Nunu is here to counter gank. He throws an ice ball at me, and I just kinda walk away. That bush is warded, but I don't know that. Nunu walks away, but stays somewhat nearby. I see them ping, and I go in. I get knocked up by the Janna Q, and then Nunu immediately turns around the second he sees me moving on that ward. And so then, I walk away, but I go back into that bush that's, again, warded, and that bush right there, I warded it earlier, so I know that the Nunu is there. And I try to go in for another gank, but the Nunu knows that I'm here too. So I head back into the jungle for... I drop a ward over the wall at Dragon, and I take the Scryer's Bloom to see if he's in the river at all, and then I go and take some more camps. Nunu actually makes a pretty big mistake in this game, and that is that he's not using Nunu's strengths effectively. Nunu is a powerful control jungler. I did smite that and take it. Nunu is a powerful control jungler, but he's not using his control abilities. So, what I mean by a control jungler is I mean that he can very, very easily slip into the enemy's jungle, take their camps, and just kinda have his way with them. And there's really not all that much that anybody can do about it. So now you can see enemy pings on their blue. He's going to give the blue to Varus. And I'm just back to farming in the jungle. Let's go see if there's anything interesting that happens around the map. Bot lane is getting pushed pretty far into us. And at this point, I'm just kind of walking around here because I'm looking for a gank somewhere. And I would have definitely liked to go in for a gank on either mid lane or top lane because they were pushing. However, my laners for both of those lanes backed, and I didn't want to fight them 1v1. So I took my scuttle, and then I moved around the map a little bit more. Drop a ward over that bush at Dragon because Nunu can very easily solo it, and the fact that he's not soloing it is actually pretty incredibly stupid of him. Now in top lane, Aurelia and Tryndamere are fighting, and then Nunu goes up there, they kill the Aurelia, and I don't realize that they did that until after she died. Now, if bot lane were there, I would have pinged to go in, but instead, mid lane is pushing pretty hard, with the enemy mid laner very, very low. I run in and trample him. I could have left him to, I did leave him to the Pantheon. I didn't have to do that. I could have taken it for him, and basically made it so that he didn't have to back because he was so low on health. But I instead chose to give it to him instead of taking it. Here, I come running in, and then they have a control ward there. Now, I actually ran through that bush so quickly I didn't even notice the control ward. I run in, run down the Misfortune, ult her, stomp her, and then Jinx gets a fairly easy kill. Now, over here, I think was where I made a mistake. Let me just get a look at this. At this point, I'm looking to dive this Janna. It's 1v3, technically 2v3 because of their turret. She knocks me up, I walk away, and at this point the Nunu is walking around. He hits the dragon, and then he starts to come in over here because he sees that we're taking the turret. Now, we see him there, and I stomp him to stop the... I stomp him to stop his ult channel. Misfortune comes in and ults. I flash away from the Misfortune ult. However, my teammates in bot lane refuse to go. They just stand there. Understandable that they're low mana and they don't want to fight, but at the same time, we definitely could have won that. Now, Pantheon is coming in, and he gets a stun on the Misfortune, kills her, and then proceeds to rip... And then they proceed to rip apart the Janna while Pantheon starts to chase. However, he fails to find the hit on the enemy Nunu, so he goes to secure the Janna kill. Meanwhile, I'm running into mid lane to try to get a kill on the enemy Varus, and he just immediately blows his ult on me and walks away. So I start pinging Dragon. We can pretty easily take it, and it's very free if nobody comes especially. So we come in and we kill it super quickly, with me smiting it for the finish. And now, I'm going around by mid lane, and I'm pinging to go in, because I know that we can probably take this if we go for it as a team. However, they push both of us too low, and Aurelia runs in and gets herself killed. I try to peel them off of her, but it doesn't work for everything, and I wind up dying. They then... she then gets out alive, while the Pantheon and I both die, both giving up shutdown gold. I think I had shutdown gold at this point. Did I? Anyways. So right now it's just boring, sitting here doing nothing. Farming the jungle. This is kind of jumpy when you've got it sped up like this. I go in here in an attempt to... I should slow this down and jump back a bit. Okay then. So, jump back more. So I see a very low health Varus here, and I go in on him. However, he gets away over there. I actually have no idea where that Nunu was. So I'm gonna jump back another 15 seconds to see if I can see where the Nunu was. He literally came... Oh, right. I have the Fog of War set to only blue side. Anyways, so I go in there for what appears to be a pretty good pick, wind up getting killed for it because I don't have proper vision. That was a risky play that didn't need to happen, and that was a stupid death that didn't need to happen. So now... So now, after that stupid death, I go... and let's just speed it up a bit here. I go back into the jungle to clear. I know this is incredibly jumpy. Pause. Slow down! I just hit pause and it didn't pause, but okay. Anyways, let's jump back here, because this is something cool. I really need to get my, Ooh, that's not something fun. Okay then, so minus and plus. Okay, I'm gonna jump back another 15 seconds. So here I'm looking for a gank on the Tryndamere. However, the Nunu sees that I'm here, and he comes in and starts channeling his ultimate. I immediately stop it with my E. The Janna comes in and starts channeling her ultimate, and I ult in to try to fear her and stop the ultimate, but I don't think that I did. I then come over to here to push the wave a bit, and don't see that they kept going over here and got collapsed on. Could I have helped there? Possibly, but with me being at half health there, I feel like if I had gone to catch up with them on the chase, I likely would have wound up dying for it. Then here the Tryndamere was overextended and low. I come in, try to stomp him, don't kill him, but then I do come in over here, stomp the Varus to death, and then Jinx picks up 2 kills from that. One on the Tryndamere and one on the Misfortune. Now, here, I remember this part very clearly. I went around over here, looking to try to get a finish off on that Janna. However, I knew that she backed. If you can, when you're in game, you can actually, if you saw someone start teleport or start backing, you can actually hear the backing sound effect even after you walk away. So because of that, I knew that she had gone back. Here, I was thinking, oh, come on, Jinx, that's my farm. You got plenty of your own farm. I need this. I need to change the keybinds on this. Let me just pause this for a moment and let me change the keybinds. Time shift. Slow down and speed up. Oh, they're minus and equals, not, I've been pressing these buttons when it's these buttons. Okay, then. Play. Plus a little bit. Here, I just kind of get knocked up by a Janna tornado, and then I go walking away, but then I come back in, clear a pink, and then we come in and team fight. Janna pushes us away with her ultimate, Nunu starts channeling his ultimate. I have my ult up and can cancel it, and that might not have been a bad idea, but I chose to try to run instead. I could have cancelled Nunu's ult and Janna's ult with my ult, but because I didn't have my E up, I decided to try to back off instead, and then wound up getting nothing for it. Over here, I'm looking to try to go in and kill the Nunu. However, they can see me and I get sniped by the Varus, so I jump over the wall with the honey fruit, go over to the Gromp, smite it for the health, and then start to come back. I could have used Scryer's Bloom to get vision there. However, we were taking Dragon. So I come in, stomp it, smite it, and then we come over to here, and Janna throws a tornado that stops us from getting the pick on the Misfortune. I clear the pink back, and then, well, I clear the pink, start backing, and then Misfortune ults me over the wall. Which, by that control ward right there, appears like it may have been a blind ult, but it probably was just an ult where the ward that I was on had just expired. Okay then. So, over there, she gets killed in top lane. Hi. And we're running around making plays around the map. We're looking for a pick over here, and I go in and engage with my ultimate, followed by running down the Tryndamere. However, he is able to get away, and now I don't have any cooldowns to stop the Janna ult. We continue to fight, diving a little bit. I'm a bit hesitant to go for an all-in dive because I'm not super tanky at the moment. I believe that I went Warrior. She shoots her ultimate, but I don't use my E to stop it in time. If I remember correctly from that, I didn't quite have the time to... it wasn't quite off cooldown yet. And then here I get killed. Pantheon is able to get a kill on the Nunu, but then he dies for that as well. Meanwhile, Jinx just walks away. She probably could have gone in there and gotten some kills. 2 killed the Varus, helped to burst the Nunu faster so that Pantheon wasn't tanking turret as long. But why I stay so hesitant to go for a full-on dive is that I really never get tanky enough for a full-on dive in this game. They surrender before I get all of the tank items that I'm gonna build. So because they surrender before I get tanky, I couldn't really get my defensive stuff. Well, I could have, but I chose to go for damage first and defense second. Now we are going in hard, looking for... That's 0.25 times. Okay, that's apparently the slowest that I can make it. We're going hard looking for that, but again, I'm hesitant to dive until I see that she is tanking. Aurelia is tankier than I am, and as such, she can actually tank the turret for an extended period of time. I can't, and as you can see there, I was tanking turret and just barely get away with my life. At this point, I'm staying because I'm kind of thinking about going and stomping one of these guys, and as you can see, I do go and stomp that guy, and I do get my Courage of the Colossus shield. However, I don't burst him down as fast as I thought I could, and wind up dying for it because I couldn't get out of turret range in time. Meanwhile, they dive and kill the Janna and the Nunu, and then take the turret. And then the Misfortune comes in, be stupid, and tries to fight them. And then, meanwhile, they're all pinging her to go away, and then Janna spams some question mark pings at her when she is dead, apparently, because we can still, apparently, for some reason, see the enemy team's pings. They push down the top lane outer, and then the top lane inner. Meanwhile, Jinx is working towards bottom lane to get the bottom lane outer, or the bottom lane inner. She takes a control ward over there, and then takes the enemy's Braum, and then she starts pushing in bottom lane, because that's a pretty big wave. Meanwhile, I'm just jungling, so right now, we're kinda just farming. Now, I don't really know too much what was going on over here. I was pinging the dragon because I knew that we could take dragon while they were distracted in top lane, and that we wouldn't get to top lane in time. So, an Infernal Drake is up, I start taking it, Jinx comes to help me after finishing off that big wave, and my team is able to distract them in top lane with minimal casualties. I say that losing one Sona for an Infernal Drake is a pretty worthwhile trade. We, however, then see that they are doing Baron, and I start moving. However, I don't have any cooldowns, and don't have my smite, therefore I don't, even if I had reached there in time, we wouldn't have been able to do much of anything. However, the Jinx is incredibly fed, and she and I are able to 2v3 them down, after the Pantheon dove in like an idiot and suicided. We go and push out mid lane, and that Baron, them getting that Baron, won't be enough to save the game for them. I'm just kind of wandering around. I don't even remember what I was doing at this point, but I just take drugs because why not? I probably should have grouped here. I probably should have grouped with my team and shoved mid in as hard as we could. If I had, we probably could have taken an inhibitor. However, now I come and join them. We take a control ward there, and then we go in. And then they're sitting there defending while we're trying to siege down mid. They have a lot of wave clear on their team, with Varus' Q and Misfortune having Runan's Hurricane, which I think is incredibly stupid, but that's just me, I think. Maybe. We go to bot lane to siege because they are at an outer turret there, whereas everything else will be more difficult to break, requiring us to win a team fight. We overall wind up winning here, even though we lose a few key people. We lose the Pantheon, however we are able to kill 4, I believe, of the enemies are dead right now, and then we are able to take this outer, or take this inner turret, and then go for the inhibitor turret. Meanwhile, top lane, some minions are pushing at that inhibitor turret. Jinx starts hitting at the inhibitor, but before it's able to be taken, they surrender. She takes it just as the Nexus explodes, and that is it. So, that was a pretty good game. I made some really dumb mistakes. Like not grouping when I should have, and not, and trying for picks that could have that wound up being very bad, and could have been much better. And overall, it was a fun game, it was a good game. I did pretty well. I only got a B+ because I didn't have very much farm, but overall I didn't do terribly, and I wound up doing, and we wound up winning. So, with that, thank you all for watching this. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. this is how I will be preferring to do any ranked gameplays that I play for now, just because distractions. And so, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!